Hey everyone. Well, we've got an absolute fiesta of events in the game right now, and it is exciting. We've got the New Year journey, we've got this new Tasha event, and of course we have the third week of the paper plane event, which is what we'll be talking about in today's video. And of course, I'm sure you have plenty of questions. Is this week worth me going for? Is this the one that I need to save up materials for, etc.? So let's go through everything together and so you can be informed to make the correct decision with your precious materials so you don't make a mistake. So first off, let's hop into the paper plane menu here in the UI and take a look at what's happening in this week's paper plane. So the first thing we'll notice is that the paper plane round rewards are move runes, these selected stories which you can use to select a specific Melomon move, and move XP. So this is a very moves oriented rounds. The ways you get these points again, just to, for those who maybe haven't seen the previous videos and you're a bit confused, these are the options here. Per skill divination 10 points, melody 15 points, created move is a single point, artifact treasure hunt is 3 points, and mount exploration is 2 points. So that's just important to keep in mind so you know how you can get points in the paper plane. Plus you can do 100 points worth of daily quests every single day for additional points here. You can also, of course, if you're a spender, acquire paper planes through these packs and the free gift here. Now, what's going on in this week's paper planes? So let's look at the different tier rewards. So we have tier 1, Star XP, Black Hash Promotion Stone and Gold, Rune Characters, Pet Food and Raw Materials, more Rune Characters, Growth Snacks and Resonance Stones, a colorful crystal box, which is these crystals you can acquire from duplicate Melomons, more legendary XP and resonance stones, and the big rewards in tier 5. Now, here's the thing. The big reward this week out of the 3 options here and is this. This is a Melomon puzzle selection chest. This is the same as getting a dupe of one of these Melomon, in which case the obvious choice here for everyone who is playing the game would be Demon Hound. So, the burning question on everybody's minds, if I'm a free-to-play player, is it worth, after having had last week the most important paper plane week so far, week 2 of paper plane, which was the artifacts, should I now then again back to back spend all my materials this week chasing this Melomon dupe? If you ask my honest opinion, probably not. Probably not. Because this week you only have one reward that's worth considering, and that is this Melomon selection chest. Last week, in week 2, we had 2 rewards worth 2 tier 5 rewards worth considering, and there were 2 artifacts in the tier 5 tier, way more important than a single Melomon dupe. The next week that we're going to have 2 important T5 rewards that I believe are also artifacts is going to be the 5th week. So my honest advice is you can use your resources to get this Melomon dupe, but personally, if you're a free-to-play player, I would more recommend that you save your materials starting now, the same as I've recommended in my previous videos, which you should check out, both on best spending practices, best Stellarite practices, and the guide to the paper plane system, and save those resources for week 5 of the paper plane system, which is going to be 2 T5 rewards, 2 artifacts that are worth getting both, even as a free-to-play player. So that's my advice for this week. Now, if you are a spender, or even a light spender, or a whale, then of course this is all very good material for you to push your progression even more, especially with the Melomon moves, which there is a lot of materials here. So as we have done in previous videos, let me first break down here. Let me claim all the packs, and we'll go through the token redemption, and I'll choose the ones that I think make the most sense and give you advice if you are going to buy these, if you are going to push this week's paper plane, to make sure you understand which rewards make the most sense. So let's quickly buy all of these packs and then go through them together. Okay, mount packs, brilliant. And melody summons, amazing. Okay, so we fully cleared the paper plane week. Now let's look at token redemption. So as you progress further through the game, you'll probably notice that the one material you're going to end up being super limited with is Black Ash Promotion Stones. So generally speaking, I would probably pick these as the first option here. You could also pick Star XP. I would probably never pick Gold in these three options, but I'm going to go with Black Ash for myself. Next up again, and most of the time when it comes to knowing what are which of the lower tier rewards you want to pick, it is mostly based on what you need most at your point in progression. So depending on where you are in progression, what you know you need to push power, you may choose different things. Again, in this case, I would almost never choose raw material, and I would decide between rune characters and pet food. For me, in this case, I mean, I would probably take the gosh, I'll probably take rune characters in this case. So you could arguably make a point for pet food too. Both are totally viable. Now here, again, this is important and I want to make this distinction. When it comes to this tier 3 reward, you look at the options here. You have the rune characters, super growth snacks. I would pass on because you can get these. Even as a free-to-play player, you should be buying these from the daily shop, the daily camp shop every day. So you shouldn't be purchasing these in the paper plane event because you can get them through the camp shop. Now, really, it's a choice between the rune characters and resonance stones. And when you look at the amounts here, 700 rune characters is roughly equivalent to 2 free sets of rune characters per day. You get around 480, I think it is, per day, just from logging into the game and going into the moves UI. You would collect these rune characters. Whereas these resonance stones, on average, this is roughly 10 days worth of energy. I would say this is roughly 10 days worth of energy to get this many basic resonance stones. So if you're choosing between these two, if you need moves, go for this. But honestly, from a pure days spent to gather these materials, the basic resonance stones are worth 10 days. Now, that's significant. So for me, in my current stage of progression, I'm actually going to go probably with the rune characters because I want to push some moves. Or should I? No, you know what? I'm going to go with the resonance stones. Yeah, I'm going to go with the resonance stones. But both are viable options. I mean, you can't really go wrong here. Now here, you get to tier 4. Generally speaking, I would almost always go for legendary XP in this situation because that's very nice to have. And finally, we get to the final tier, tier 5. And like I said, these two rewards, the combo move selection and the advanced resonance stones, are not really worth being concerned about or chasing at all. I will, for the sake of, pushing everything to the limit, I will be going and maxing all the rounds and claiming everything in this video with you guys, doing all the summons together, so you can see, are we going to have better RNG than last week? Because if you watched last week's paper plane video, I did get pretty messed up by the RNG there. So the ultimate reward of this week, this Mamon selection chest, is what I'm going to buy here. And again, if you're a free-to-play player who's just gone all in for the second week of paper planes to get those 2 artifact chests, I wouldn't necessarily, jump out of bed and go crazy trying to chase after this. It may be more worth your while to just, save up your materials until the 5th week of the paper plane, which is going to have this, 2 tier 5 rewards that are worth chasing. So just something to keep in mind. So now let's start running through all the systems. Let me quickly go back into the paper plane UI. Excuse me for a second. Okay, yeah, so claim the dailies quickly. Perfect. All right, now we can start spamming all the different rewards. I will leave all this for now. So let's see, what do we have here? Do I have enough for a couple summons? Yeah. Perfect. So everything's points right now, so nice. No skills that I really need right now. This is just for the paper wing points. And again, there's no point saving these materials as a reminder, just, hey, random facts of information. There's no point saving these, even if you're maxed on CC0 or CC1 skills, because every class change uses a different summoning material here. So Star Poems is class change 1, Star Verses is pre-class change, etc. So if you have these, just use them. You don't gain anything by holding on to them, unless you're holding on to them for paper plane weeks. I meant you would hold on to them for the paper plane weeks that you want to really focus your resources on. For example, like week 5, week 2, which you just had, etc. So next up, let's go into the mount section here. I'm going to actually add Let me add just 8 of these for now. We'll come back here afterwards. Let's see how far we can get first, and we'll come back and maybe add some more to max all the rounds. And let's see if we have better RNG. Last time we were trying to chase after some Demon Hound copies, and if you did watch, you'll know that I got absolutely wrecked on RNG. So let's see if we have better RNG this week. Let's see if we can get some Demon Hound copies. So far, it's kind of brutal. Yeah, let's go! As I'm talking about Demon Hound, he shows up. Oh my gosh. I'm excited. I didn't get a single Demon Hound last week, and I spent a lot of Melomon. A lot of Stellarite on Melomons. So that's already better than last week. That's huge. And a Thunder! Damn, we're 2 for 2 for useful pets. Thunder, if you don't know, gives a attack stacking. Every 20 seconds, it stacks attack. Very good Melomon for using in longer fights, such as the Slime event, and also in Waves of Horror. So, very, very cool. Claim my daily moves here. Claim the daily mount tickets here. And then let's just quickly do a max purchase on all of this. I think it... Yeah, okay, let me quickly use the energy, because it won't let me purchase energy until I use the 2k we have here, which came from the paper plane pack. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Paper plane packs. There you go. Nice. Okay. Let's go. Blast through all these materials here. 2k energy. Loads of legendaries. Nice. Really nice. Another 10 here. Flipping. Alright. Beautiful. Okay, and now let's add energy here. Let's do max. Whoops. Oh, wow, that was a mistake. I almost pressed the wrong thing. I'm going to do it from here. Quickly. That's what happens when you try to speedrun stuff. You sometimes risk making a mistake. Okay, so we do a full purchase here. That's 5,900 Stellarite for everything. Beautiful. Loads of mounts and energy. Let's now spend these 800 energy as well. And then we'll use the stuff that's sitting on the map as well. Perfect. And grab these for 300. Didn't get any bonuses that time. For those who don't remember, one of last week's artifact actually gives you a chance to get bonus energy when you claim them off the map, which is a very nice artifact to have, and hopefully everyone who was playing was able to get their week 2 artifact rewards from the system, because those are very good rewards. Now, one thing I will say quickly, and I think this is important to get this out of the way, for those who are concerned, this is important, and you can share this information. For those who are concerned that the artifacts from the paper plane system are fully missable, I have good news for you. In future paper plane weeks, they will eventually give a selection box that allows you to select past paper plane artifacts. So if for some reason you missed the week 2 artifact, one or the other, you will have a chance in the future to get them again. So don't worry, you're not completely permanently bricked because you didn't get the artifacts in week 2. You will have a chance in future paper plane weeks to get those artifacts again. I know a lot of people were saying, oh, I hate it. Oh my god, if I've missed this week, then, I'll never be able to get this. Whales are gonna blah, blah, blah. No. You will have a chance in the future to get those artifacts again because they will introduce selection boxes that allow you to get past paper plane rewards. Very important tidbit of information. Now you know. Don't fear. Don't fret. They have thought of this. So, let's quickly see how far we've gotten along by doing the summons that we've done so far. Let's take a quick peek. Okay, so we're at 2,500. Great. Now let's go back here and jump in, and let's do our mount summons. We have 190 mount tickets, which is really nice. So this is getting a lot of paper wing points and plenty of mount materials, which is awesome for us. Mounts are a very slow growth progression system. It takes a long time to gather the materials for this system, so any way to get additional mount materials is like a godsend. I know it might not be the most like cost-effective progression system for free-to-play players because it gives a lot of power, but that power doesn't always necessarily correlate to actual power growth, like damage growth, etc. So it really depends at the stage of progression you are, how worth it is. So I hope you're ready. In this video we are going to be spamming a lot of moves because we have not only the moves here that we've gotten, but if you go and you look in the paper plane week, we're going to be getting even more by completing rounds. So be prepared. This is going to be a long one. Now let's jump in and start doing these. Now, if you remember last week, we again got absolutely messed up by the moves RNG. I didn't get a single good move at all. I think I got 1 legendary XP out of all the materials we had. So hopefully with the amount of moves XP we have, in the move runes we have in this week, we might get slightly better RNG. We hope. So, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Let's see if we can even get to the ending to begin with. Like, this RNG is like insane right now. Oh, almost. Almost. It's such a tease. It's like getting all the way to the end. Okay, let's see. First attempt. Do we get lucky? I mean, not bad. Not something I would use over crit damage, but pretty good. At least it's legendary. The thing with moves you have to understand is there's not really any bad moves. Like I made it when I made my guide to best Mamon moves and stuff. The thing you have to understand, and I made that point in the video, there's really no best in slot moves, because what moves are a way to get to your best stats based on the current recasting you have. Keep in mind, it's completely free to reset your moves. So what you do is you can unequip all of your moves, look at the stats that you have, and then equip moves to get to the target stats that you want. So whether you're missing determination, you add determination. If you're missing accuracy, you add accuracy. If you're missing crit damage, well, you add crit damage, etc. and etc. So the best way to look at moves is as a way to bring your stats to the desirable levels that you're aiming for. So with that in mind, there's no such thing as bad moves. Like, if you get a legendary, there is a fair chance at some point you will probably... Oh, tenacity, not bad. Again, I wouldn't necessarily use this. I'd probably run endurance over tenacity, but it's a legendary, worth having. Maybe the meta will shift at some point and tenacity will be more worth it. This is the thing. There's no bad moves. If you get a legendary, hold on to it. You never know when it'll become, useful for you at some point. So we've gotten legendary so far. We're hitting the ending a few times. I mean, it's already better RNG than last week, I'll tell you. If you watched last week's video, I mean, didn't get a single legendary, all purples, and then 1 legendary XP near the end just to push us over the edge. Yeah, like I said, this will be quite a video. We have a lot of moves to go through. Oh man, this RNG. Like, keep in mind, I mean, if you think about this system can be pretty brutal. I mean, there's people who hit like best in slot moves 2 or 3 in a row from like 1,000 moves. And here I am, I'm just about to burn through 3,000. And yeah, I've gotten it like, a couple decent things, but nothing that I would sit here and say, oh wow, I really needed this. You know what I mean? So just pretty insane. All right, now let's go back to travel events and let's see how, whoops. I mean, might as well just check in since I clicked on that. Do my daily, why not? Check in. Oh, 800 stellar rate. Hooray! That's a nice login. Very nice. Okay, so now we've completed 1 round. Let's see here. Okay, perfect. So we're missing quite a few points here. And I think in order to get these points, I'm going to... Let's get some more Stellarite and do some... Let's do some more Mamon summons. Let's do like... Bring this down to like there. Alright, so we've got 54k. Let's do a big Mamon summon session here. See how close it gets us to finishing the last 2 rounds here. So let's see, 1500. I think this would be what, like 300-ish? No, 400? Not quite. 380 maybe. Close. 370? Yeah. 360. Let's do. Perfect. 360. All right, so let's see. 360 summons. Let's see, number 1, are we going to get lucky? Are we going to get more Demon Hounds? And number 2, is it going to be enough to finish the 3 rounds? I think it will be. I think it will be. If it isn't, we'll just use the moves that we get from completing the rounds up until that point. Shadow Raven. Boo. Sucks. What we're really looking for is number 1, Demon Hound, number 2, Colt, and then number 3, Thunder or Blade Hound. But we really, as I say Blade Hound, he pops out. That's so funny. But what we're really looking for is Demon Hound. I need Demon Hound copies. I'm so, like, my RNG has been so bad. You have no idea. Like, oh, Colt, not bad, not bad. I only have Your Turn, which is the special skill of Demon Hound, back to back. Not a good one though. At level 6, level 6 special skill. There's people who have like done like probably less than a third of the summons that I've done and have a much higher special skill for their Demon Hound. So I'm cooked. I'm completely cooked. We're getting legendaries, but we're not getting the right legendaries. 130 left. Come on, there has to be a few more Demon Hounds left in here. One is not enough. Come on. Smarty, unlucky. Come on, 90 more. Give us some more Demon Hounds. I know you have them in you. Demon Hound. Oh, man. 50 left. Is there a Demon Hound in these 50? Please? No? A Thunder. Okay, I mean, it's not totally useless, but I mean, come on. Come on. Okay, so let's see now. We did a whole bunch. How close are we now? 2656. Now, I think with the remaining points, I will be able to probably get them. I think I should have enough to just get those from the moves here, right? Yeah, it should be. All right. Well, I told you this will be a long one, so sit back. Let's see. We've got 6,000 moves to go through. Oh, boy. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, boy. Oh, we've got an ending. Boo, it's purple. Go figure. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, another ending. Oh, I gotta claim all and then reveal what it is, and it is another purple. That's fine. Claim all. So we're about 1,400 down. $4,500 to go. Okay, another ending. Let's see. Oh, still purple. Ooh. Hey, attack. Okay. Again, I'm not sure I'd ever run this over crit damage, but it's cool to get a legendary regardless. Almost halfway through these materials. Let's see. No endings. Come on. Oh, it's always such a tease when it gets to the one just before the ending. I swear. 2,700 left. We've got more than enough to get the last round of the paper plane event, but just want to see if we can pull out some sick RNG while making the video here. So far, it's been okay, but nothing that I would equip right now, unfortunately. But you know what? Let's see if we can turn the tide here. Oh. Oh, another purple. Unlucky. Down to the last 1,600. Let's see. It hasn't been the worst RNG today. Hasn't been the best RNG. Just kind of mid RNG, which is okay. That happens. Worst case, you know, we've got a fair amount of moves XP we can use here. So it's progression. No matter what, it's progression. The thing with these systems you have to understand is it's all forward progression. It's not, you know, you're not going to accidentally make a mistake and go backwards in progression. You know, like think about the MMOs, the old school MMOs out there that have the type of enhancement system where if you fail the enhancement, your gear might blow up, or the enhancement will actually go backwards. So all of these systems are at least forward and upwards progression. You never have to worry about falling or actually losing progression by having bad RNG or making some sort of mistake. So that's one thing that's very, very good about this game, is no matter how bad the RNG seems, it really isn't that bad because the only way you progress is upwards. Okay, another no legendary. And there we have it. And now let's pop back into the paper plane week, and there we are, 3,000 out of 3,000. So I'm not going to redeem the rest of the tokens on the video, but I just wanted to go through the usual routine we do, which is explain the week, is it worth it? Summation for those who made it this far. If you're a free-to-play player, this week is relatively skippable. If you don't want to skip, and you have enough resources to get this and think you'll also be able to save up for the next big week, which is week 5, then of course you should get your Mamon puzzle selection chest. It is the only reward in the T5 list here that is really, really worth it. So with that in mind, that's a wrap for today's video. Hopefully you make the right decision about saving your resources and not going all in on this week, which is not the necessarily the best week compared to the paper plane weeks that have artifacts. So anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button if you did, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Join the Discord if you haven't already. The link is in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Thanks so much for blessing my RNG today. We got a couple good RNG breaks. Not the best in the world, better than last week, so we'll take it. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.